Warning: the activities and subjects described in this video can be dangerous and should never be practiced without supervision. An adult should be present during every step of activity and construction, so don't do anything dumb, please. Medieval armor and combat can be dangerous, so be safe, train hard, and be knightly. Hello and welcome to The Modern Medieval, the show that explores and explains medieval combat, arts and sciences, the concepts of chivalry, and how they apply to the modern day. I'm your host, Sir Gemini. So I know it's been a while since our video, but we've had a lot of things going on in between time at the school. I apologize for a little bit of delay, but we're right back on track. Now then, for this episode, we're going to start our series on making plastic armor. When I designed this school, I always wanted to make sure that we could supply our students with armor and weaponry that was inexpensive. So I constantly look for ways to make things easier and more attainable for our students. And today is going to start the first part of 3 videos showing you how to make plastic armor. Now, we make them out of water barrels, the 55-gallon drums. They only have water or olive oil in them. I don't suggest using anything that has a harsh chemical inside of it. So we try to keep ours either brand new or they've only had water or something harmless inside. I'm always afraid that if they get heated up or something like that, they could release something that gets into the pores of the plastic. So we try to use something as safe as possible. So, without further ado, here we are, the first part of the plastic video. Well met, my name is Sir Gemini from DeGrendelis Medieval Martial Arts. We are here at the school in Turlock, California, and today we're going to show you how to pattern and cut out a set of plastic armor. First, you're going to need a food-grade plastic barrel. They usually run about a 1/4 inch thickness. Alright, so we're going to need a set of gloves, eye protection, sawzall with a wood blade that'll cut plastic pretty smoothly, and of course you're going to need a pen to trace out from the pattern. Once you get the design for the pattern that you want for the armor, go ahead and trace it out on something thick like construction paper or this tart paper that we use. Then lay it on top of the barrel and trace it out with a Marks-a-Lot pen so you can see it easily when you're trying to cut it out. Once you got the pattern traced, don't forget to mark what the individual piece is. That way when you have all your pieces cut out, you can assemble them and mold them pretty easily. Okay, make sure that you only do the cuts under adult supervision or you have your adults cut the plastic for you. Plastic tends to vibrate a lot, so you have to hold it very tight and steady. Try to cut as close to the lines as possible. That will avoid a lot of extra cleaning up later. After you've made the rough cut, go ahead and place the piece on something stable like a workbench and trim the edges that you missed off the lines. That way you get as clean a cuts as possible. You can see that after cutting it leaves the edges rough. You need to grind those off next smooth so we can finish the edges. Part of the reason why this video is a little bit late coming out is because I was training for a duel. A friend of mine that I've known for a while now, Gad, who's the sword master at the Western Circle of Sword Fighters in Half Moon Bay, California, challenged me to a friendly duel at his dojo. And so I was invited to the duel and invited to their Best of the Best tournament, which they hold every year. Now, this is an all-steel tournament with a multiple of weapons. I had a fantastic time. And I really want to thank Gad and his entire crew out there. And so the following is some highlights from my fights at the Best of the Best and the duel with Swordmaster Gad at the Western Circle of Sword Fighters.
No face thrusts. This force and mountain caused my sins, and now I'm free. I've stood through countless hours staring at the image bleeding. You promised peace, but at the cost of love, a life of meaning. Your soul won't save me. Leave me uneasy. I stay here in this world of shadows till they take me. So far from waking, my mind they're breaking. My wonder is it dreams or just my life they're taking. There was a moment when
Yours long before my leg.
that moment passed as if felt the force slowly creeping. Tear at my skin as if to trace my tears and mark my bleeding. The voice I call my own, and yours is all I ever needed.
Again, I'd like to thank Gad and his entire crew at the Western Circle of Sword Fighters in Half Moon Bay, California. We had a fantastic time. So, without further ado, back to the plastic.
Once again, safety check. Make sure you have your gloves. Make sure you have proper eyewear, and be very, very careful around the equipment. With the piece of the grinder, move slowly around the piece, lightly letting the wire brush take away the chafe and the edges. You don't need to clean it up completely off the edges, you just want to take the big pieces off. So when you torch them in a little bit, there's less material that melts on the edges and you get a nice smooth edge to it. If you have any hard 90-degree angles, you can grind them off with the grinder to round them off. That way, upon impact, no hard point or edge hurts you when you're wearing the armor. Keep the butane torch only a couple inches from the plastic. Heat it until you see it start to glisten. What'll happen is it'll start to make a bead of sweat on the inside edge. When it does that, you've done it enough and it's ready to go. Let the plastic cool. When it's done, you should have a nice smooth edge all the way across. Very nice.
And that's the first part of the plastic episodes. The next episode will show you how to heat and shape the plastic and also how to attach the pieces.